Let's talk this morning with Carolyn Princess and with Sherene Hess as we talk about the NAACP and their annual program and fellowship luncheon is coming up very quickly. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
It's good to have you both with us here today. This is such a big event every single year and really special again this year. Carolyn, give us the whens and the wheres.
Whens and the where. This Saturday, January the 18th, 11 a.m. at Grace United Methodist Church.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's the easy part.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
Give the hard part to her.
Yeah, the hard part goes to Sherene. No, there's nothing hard about this because it's, of course, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration Program and Fellowship Luncheon. And Sherene, Code Red, Reimagining Destiny and a New Frontier. That's a pretty ambitious title.
Yeah, it is. And it says a lot. If you drill down into that title, you'll understand what we're talking about here. And that's keeping the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s aims and his mission of, nonviolent protest about the things we're dealing with in society when it comes to discrimination and racism and towards people of color. And although the NAACP is the title is National Association or Advancement for the Association of Colored People, we're really talking about all marginalized communities, not just color. There, we're talking about communities dealing with ethnicity and religion and sexual orientation. This is an organization that's the oldest civil rights organization in America, and it's really quite an honor to be a part of it. And to have Indiana County have a chapter says a lot about Indiana County. We have a lot of work to do, and Carolyn, Dr. Princess will talk about that, but we're very proud of what we do here.
Yeah. Carolyn, the speaker is going to be Kristen Shimoniak, educational advocate, community leader, world changer, student support coordinator, the D.C. Mayor's Commission on African American Affairs. We tried to get her on the phone this morning and went straight to voicemail. Dr. King never had to deal with that. That was one thing he never had to deal with, was going straight to voicemail. But talk a little bit about Kristen. Tell us what we're going to learn from her.
Well, Kristen has many roles. She's a former IUP student. I worked with her throughout her undergraduate career. She left and went on to get a master's degree in special education down in the Washington, D.C. area. And she's been doing wonderful.
Yeah.
She moved from the lower ranks to now being on the Mayor's Commission for African American Affairs. She was the past president of a program called Thursday Network with the Greater Washington D.C. Urban League. She worked with Flint, Michigan, in the water crisis. She teaches in the D.C. area. She teaches in Jamaica. She's been doing this for so long. She's an advocate for humanitarians.
Yeah, it's not like she's letting the grass grow under her feet either. She is a busy lady.
She's been kicking ever since she graduated from IUP.
So you met her at IUP.
I met her at IUP.
You were able to work with her there
for 4 years,
and sort of learn all about her.
I did.
What about Kristen said to you? This lady's going to stand out. She's going to be she's going to make changes in this world.
She was committed to helping others. She directed one of our programs for minority programming. She took it hard. Her parents. Another thing is her parents. They are missionaries, and they were involved with her. And I knew that she would become great, but I didn't know how great.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of her. And I told her what we were trying to do with this program. So we left the topic kind of open to where she wanted to go. But my thing is to focus on a generation of new leaders
Yeah.
And what are some of our critical things we need to do today? And how do we get our new generation involved?
Yeah.
And she's going to do great.
Yeah.
I asked her, I said, "Are you nervous?" She said, "Well, no, my parents going to be there."
Oh yeah, our parents are going to be
Her
here.
parents is going to be there, and she's excited. She's very excited, and I'm looking forward to hearing her. And I know she can do it.
Now this is going to be a free event. Anybody can come.
Yes.
Grace United Methodist Church happening on Saturday. Now, it used to be you would do the march there.
Right.
Is the march still happening?
We are not doing the march. Let's be very clear about that. We're not doing the march. We're going in a different strategic direction because it's been 57 years really, since Dr. King gave his I Have a Dream speech, and things have changed so significantly. So what we're trying to do is bring us today and think about what are some of the pressing issues we need to do today, and how do we get about doing that. A march was great for its time, but now we need to forge ahead to what Dr. King called, a beloved community. And so what we try to do with the NAACP is not only bring the people together, to celebrate Dr. King, and he does deserve the celebration, but I want some thoughts as to what we need to do. So the National NAACP is changing strategically, and so is Indiana County NAACP. We go by the rules of the national organization, but I do see a need for us to start moving in a different direction. So you come out to the program, you're going to see some changes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be a great program. It's going to be different. The mission and vision of the NAACP and this holiday, Dr. King holiday, is the same. He deserves the respect that we can give them. So we can't have a holiday, a Martin Luther King holiday, without celebrating him and without bringing our people together. The community has been supportive of us in the past, and I hope they will continue to do so. And the luncheon is designed for the community.
Absolutely. Sherene, Carolyn was just talking about leadership and about the need to develop new leaders, young leaders, folks who are going to be involved in their community. And I always say, not just let the world happen to them, but make things happen in the world.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what this program is about, and that's what's needed around here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think, and a lot of young people think, that we live in a post-racial society, and nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, we have made strides in discrimination, but there's still plenty of discrimination and racism in housing and education, in the justice system, in economic opportunities, in the systems. That is where we really need to work. And the marginalized communities and the communities of color cannot do it on their own. So it's a community-wide effort, and it spans the generations. We need every single person of every generation working on this issue, because our communities will not survive if we don't do it, whether you're rural, urban, suburban, whatever. We need everybody, all hands on deck, as they say.
Yeah, it's interesting because you look at the changes that have come about, so many positive changes down through the last 30, 40 years, even the last 10 or 15 years.
Sure.
There have been tons and tons of changes, but you get to a point where you see, okay, young people think this is the way it's always been.
Right.
Older people think I've done all the work I need to do, and I can stop and someone else can pick it up. But if there's no transition from one group to the other,
right,
then the ball gets dropped and everything just gets stagnant. And if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards.
And you have to remember that it's a holiday. We celebrate holidays. There was a reason why Martin Luther King became his birthday and life and legacy became a holiday, and so we need to celebrate it. And Todd, I was just at a president's meeting for the NAACP, and they brought up something. This is tell you where the NAACP is. They brought up something about something that's going on in Uniontown,
Okay.
And that was on last Saturday when I was at that meeting. And then I look in Indiana Gazette. Came out, I guess it came out on the 9th. I didn't read the paper, about that incident that's going on with the city treasurer in Uniontown. So
they refused to seat her.
They refused to seat her. And so this tells us that we have a lot of work to do. And protesting and marching was good. It got us where we need to go. Mm-hmm. But now we have to start implementing, taking action, and moving things ahead. And that's what we're trying to do as we celebrate the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Absolutely. All right. So the program is Code Red, Reimagining Destiny and a New Frontier. It is free. Everybody can come. The guest speaker is Kristen Shimoniak, who went to IUP and is now making big strides in Washington, D.C. and around the world.
World news. She's considered a world changer.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just, you don't know how proud I am of that young woman.
It's very exciting to see young leadership develop. And free lunch, by the way.
And free lunch. And free lunch.
And thank you to the church for because they do contribute to that lunch.
Grace has been helping with this program for a lot of years. It's happening at 11 a.m. this coming Saturday. Grace United Methodist Church. Everybody is invited to come see this wonderful program. Ladies, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you very much.
It's always nice to see you here every year at this time.
Every year. Well, don't make it just every year at this time, Carolyn. Come anytime.
Well,
we
come other times,
yes,
too.
You do.
But this is like a special occasion, and we really thank you for taking the time to bring us here.
It is our pleasure. The voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.